Hi, I am Morgan Sinclaire Screws. I am a first-year graduate student here at Tuskegee University studying cybersecurity. I'm from Pittsview, Alabama, and yeah, I don't know what else. Oh, I'm from high school. You said high school? Oh, okay. So I'm from Russell County High School. I graduated in 2014 with honors. And thank you. Family structure of I have a mom, a dad, and an older sister. They all went to Tuskegee University.
Oh, for real? You didn't say that.
I mean,
let's talk. Okay. So when you were deciding to come to Tuskegee, that was a lifelong thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. My parents brought us here every homecoming, all the classic games. So we were always here, and we only live 45 minutes down the road. So yeah. Yeah, it was a thing, but I got to apply to different colleges too.
What school?
So I applied to Howard, FAMU, Troy, ASU. I mean, I got into all of those colleges.
ASU.
Yeah, I did.
You're a Tuskegee student talking on camera about applying for ASU.
But I did apply. I applied to all the surrounding schools, and then of course Howard, because I mean, to me it's like an Ivy League HBCU.
Yeah,
so it's
definitely.
Yeah, so definitely went there.
Out of those schools, what was your number one school you really wanted to attend?
Ooh.
It's okay, everybody.
I went through this period of where I didn't want to go to Tuskegee.
Okay.
So my number one was Howard.
Okay.
I really wanted to go to Howard, but I ended up having a long conversation with my dad, and he was just telling me about how Tuskegee meant, so much to him, and it's the only place where he knew that you could go to Tuskegee, graduate, and get a job right after.
Okay.
So, and he also said it's one of those places where you can be an adult and be independent, and then call him and be like, "Daddy, I need." So that kind of broke me out of it, and
distance.
Yeah, distance.
And then familiarity, not only for yourself but for your parents, made them more comfortable than sending you.
Yeah, it did. It did.
All right. So how you said you're from Pittsview, Alabama? Describe that, because I've never heard of it.
Like I said, it's 45 minutes away. It's a small town. It's kind of like Tuskegee. I mean, most of the people that live there, I know. They're my family, or I went to school with them. So, I mean, it's nobody that I don't know. I don't know how many people live there, population-wise. But, I mean, it's just like a little city, a little town. Okay.
You like it a lot?
I mean, yeah, I grew up there.
Hometown.
I mean, it's country. It's rural. So, it's not... I don't have a neighbor. Suburbs, you kind of reach out and touch your neighbor. I don't really have a neighbor, so it's pretty cool. It's kind of quiet.
So how was that? All right, so you come from a small town. Most people want to get out, try something new. You come to something similar. Was Tuskegee kind of similar, the school kind of similar to high school and the community?
No. Tuskegee, to me, was a little bit, bigger and also different within the aspects of people, meeting different people from all over the world, because Tuskegee's not the people that just live in Tuskegee. It's everybody who's who wants to go to Tuskegee. There are people from the UK, people from overseas, so it's just Tuskegee was way different, and it kind of was a culture shock to me, because my high school wasn't predominantly but it was half and half, black and white. So, but I mean, I didn't really have a lot of black teachers.
Okay. So did your senior year in high school, getting ready to go to Tuskegee, that freshman year, when did it hit you oh, I'm really in college, I'm really on my path to being an adult? When did it hit you?
I think when we moved in, the first day.
First day?
Yeah, when my parents left me, and we moved in, I actually kind of cried a little because, my parents left me. And so I wasn't used to I was so excited to go, but when they left, I was like, oh, dang, they really left. I'm really finna be here. So it was just the first day.
Did you think the school should put people in place to kind of, ease that transition a little bit more than they have? Or was it good for you to ease that,
I mean, it was cool. I went to school with the same girl that I roomed with freshman year. Okay. So she was kind of my reminder back home. We were actually pretty cool. So, I mean, I don't know. I like the way Tuskegee places us in dorms and how we get to know each other through the laser week or the NSO week or whatever. But I wouldn't change that because I actually got a lot of friends from that week and that transition.
One of your favorite things about Tuskegee or Tuskegee University is the shed.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
I mean, like, okay, as a kid, I didn't get to go under the shed, and so I just watched it from afar, and I was always like, you know, crunk with them, like hyping it up, and like couldn't wait until I got into college to experience the shed. So when I finally experienced the shed, I was like, man, this is amazing. Like, why can't I have this in high school? Like, this is something that I should have already experienced before I got to Tuskegee.
So what you're saying is high schoolers should be able to go up under the shed and experience the shed too.
I shouldn't say that because the shed is the shed. But I mean, it's the, I don't know, it's the experience, the spirit of Tuskegee, really not really the, you know, the outside. Yeah, the essence. It's really the experience, trying to like have so much school spirit, like how we have so much school spirit for our school. It's just unbelievable. And you know, we break the internet for ball and parlays.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
Did you know that song before you got here?
Yes, I definitely knew that song before I got here. I mean, my parents brought me here.
Oh yeah. I forget. I keep forgetting. All right, so yeah, they knew the ball and parlay. What other songs do we sing?
That hump. I mean, ball and parlay. That hump. What else? What else we sing? I mean, like, we don't really sing songs. Oh, and if I ever.
By who?
Isn't it Shot?
Yeah, Shy.
Yeah, Shy.
Okay, I was making sure, testing your Tuskegee.
Wow.
When you came to Tuskegee, did you pick that major initially?
No. I was the information technology major. Okay. So kind of under the same, you know,
umbrella.
Yeah, under the same umbrella, same teachers, but different classes. And then I figured out I did not want to code, go into the hardware aspect of computer science. So I was like, well, I like being, you know, in the business aspect and talking to people. So I was like, maybe if I try information systems, I would like it better. And I did. It was actually pretty cool. So.
Okay. So the process of switching, do you think students need to put pressure on themselves coming into college with a set plan on what major they're gonna?
I don't know. It really depends on if your high school like equipped you enough to know what your major, you know, is supposed to be or what you're interested in. You know, if you don't have those high schools that have those different curricular activities for you to understand what you want to do, then, I mean, no, you have to experience it for yourself. So, I mean, working on internships is great, but who has time to work on internships between senior year of high school and freshman year of college? So, I would say yes and no, just depending on that person, you know, and your goal set for college.
It was a person to person. Okay, I get you. Speaking of internships, you've done how many internships?
Let's see. I think I've done 3. 3 internships.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
All right, starting with the first one, what was that?
Okay, so the first one I worked back in my hometown with, he was like the hometown millionaire. He owned all the restaurants. Okay. And I got to work as his intern, just doing his like finances, trying to do like advertisements for him and do data analysis. So that was my first real internship. It was pretty cool. Like being able to shadow him and see how he conducts business was pretty cool. But
what year was that?
That was my sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Sophomore year.
Yeah. Okay. No, actually, no, that was my going to sophomore year.
All right, so the next, in between sophomore and junior, what did you have?
I went to Intel Corporation.
Okay, where was that?
In Arizona.
So you get out there. First, how did you apply for it?
Online.
Just found it?
I just put my resume in the portal. There's like an intern portal. You just sign up and you just send it out, and someone called me. So. Okay.
So what were the requirements for that internship?
I can't even tell you. Okay. Because I literally put my resume in this like portal, and the people, whoever is over that, just pick out who they want. Okay. And so there was no requirement for the internship. Like the guy over, he just called me, he kind of offered me the internship on the spot, which I thought was very crazy, but I just went with it, and honestly, it was one of the best internships I ever had.
Okay. So what did you do?
So I did forecasting, data analysis, and I worked a lot with Excel and Tableau. And so just trying to figure out the like odds and ends of their trend lines for their budgets. in that certain group. So I worked with healthcare technologies, and that's what my group was about, healthcare technologies. And I was working on the finance and budget side.
Is that something you learned in school, in college?
I learned a little bit of data analysis, but I learned most of that while I was on the internship.
Okay. Did you gotta bring some of that back home?
I did. Okay. I actually got to help, Intel to get here. Mm-hmm. So Intel now has like a partner group with Tuskegee in our computer science program where we have Intel scholars. And so that's really cool. So now we have Intel scholarship and all those good things. So I was the forerunner for that, trying to get people out here. So
that's good.
Okay, senior year, I worked for the Department of Justice.
Government job.
Yeah, okay. Government job.
How'd you get that one?
Well, now since I'm in this master's program, I have to work for a government agency. Okay. And so what the master's program does is set you up with different agencies at a career fair when you go to Washington, D.C. in January. So I got to meet different agencies, and honestly, I just met them and was like, hey, I'm interested in what you want to do. And they just talked to me. We had one conversation, and I went through the job.
Can't talk about the job.
Yeah, I can't really talk that much about it.
All right, so requirements for that job. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So your GPA was like a 3.0 or higher. Mm-hmm. You had to have graduated by the time you go into that internship because it was kind of a graduate internship. Okay. There wasn't much. They really wanted people with just a background in information systems. Okay. Not really that much of, what you can do and certain things you can do, but just no basic knowledge of that major.
Okay. When you go on these the two that you're going on with these big Fortune 5, well, government, it's basically a Fortune 500 company, do you see other students from HBCU colleges, other people of your same race, other women?
Okay, this last internship, I saw maybe one or two people from HBCUs. Okay.
Compared to how many people overall that were there?
It was 30-something of us. Okay. Interns. Okay. So yeah, just me and maybe two other people. Okay. For that one, and then Intel, it was actually 6-7 of us that went to HBCUs out of 15.
Okay. Oh, that's almost 50%.
Yeah. So it was it just depends on I guess the government the agency, the corporation or whatever that you intern with and their interests, cuz I was just in a select remote place, not really judging about, other interns at other places. Yeah.
Some struggles African American women may face in college.
I think it's more about self-confidence. Mm-hmm. So I actually started an organization based off of being self-confident and being yourself. And it's called Sassy Women, and it's for everyone, every woman, regardless if you're a woman of color, just anybody. And it's a safe place for them to come in, and we encourage them and we build bridges to, just stop the unexpected, statistics of women, whether, Black women are mad or dark-skinned women, they don't look good as light-skinned women. We try to stop that stigma in our organization, and we're just women just out here being beautiful. So, yeah.
So what made you start that? It was something in your own personal?
Not really. Well, yeah, I saw my friends and myself kind of follow what social media was doing. Mm-hmm. We have this this certain type of woman that is seen as the prettier version of what you're supposed to be like. And so I kind of wanted to show people that, hey, you're beautiful even though you don't have this, or even though you think you look like this, but you're beautiful regardless of what you look like or what else other people may think of you. So yeah, I wanted to encourage people.
What do you think? You're saying a woman's confidence about her own beauty can define her, I guess, journey through college or something like that? Of course
it can. Yeah. Journey through life.
Period.
Yeah. You have to be confident in yourself first before, and my mom always says, love yourself before you try to love someone else. So if you don't love yourself, how do you expect to get into one of those successful relationships, that you wanna be in?
Alyssa said, she was like, black homecomings at HBCUs are a thing. Like, that's the thing for HBCUs. But the Tuskegee homecoming,
it's a different experience.
Is the mother of all of those. So explain why.
I don't know. I think because Tuskegee is such a family, we all want everyone to have that good time, that lituation. Is that a good word to say? Yeah. we all want to celebrate Tuskegee's homecoming together, and if I feel like my fellow person is not celebrating as, you know, big as I am, then I'm gonna be like, hey, come celebrate with me. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, Tuskegee is a different experience, especially in homecoming. Everyone comes back, you know, when you graduate and then you see all your people, all your family. And like I said, family, Tuskegee is a big family. So literally you see everyone. And it's like they came back like they never left.
Okay. What's the parts? Give me some parts. Where's the fashion show, concert, the game, the after parties?
So, parts of what?
Like, what's the best part for you?
Oh, the best part. I don't know. I can't even narrow it down to one. They're, like, so great. Because, I mean, honestly, every year, I would say the football game. I'm not going to lie. Because every year I've had, like, an obligation, you know, where I kind of didn't really get to be under the shed like regular students. I was always a part of like court, or I was doing something for Delta, or I mean, like, not saying that they weren't good things. They were just like, hey, I can't like ball and parlay under the shed, you know. But I mean, I was balling parlay from the sideline.
I feel. So that was.
Yeah, and like last year, my senior year, since I was on court, I actually had a reserve seat under the shed. So that was amazing in itself. Okay. So yeah, homecoming was pretty good.
I'm gonna try to find a video for that.
Yeah, definitely.